All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be tackling the fascinating world of dating behavior.
Oh.
And to help us decode all those signals and patterns, we're turning to this really interesting research called Understanding Behavior of Individuals During the Dating Stage.
Sounds juicy.
Oh, it is. It's packed with insights. And, dating can feel like a mystery sometimes,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Like you're trying to solve a puzzle.
Yeah.
But this deep dive is going to give us the tools to understand those early stages of romance a little bit better.
I like the tools, because knowledge is power. Right?
Absolutely so.
Ugh.
Let's jump right in.
Yeah, let's get into it.
The source really emphasizes that first impressions aren't everything, but they do matter.
Oh, they totally do.
And it's interesting because, everyone wants to put their best foot forward.
Right.
Especially in those early stages.
Of course you want to shine.
Yeah, you want to make a good impression. You want to dazzle them a little bit.
Yeah, but there's a difference between, presenting your best self authentically and then creating this whole facade, this whole persona that's not really you.
Right, and that's not sustainable.
Exactly, because eventually
this facade's going to crumble.
It's going to come crashing down.
Yeah, and who wants to be with someone who's not being real with them right from the start?
Exactly. It's like you said, authenticity is key. And I think our listeners can really relate to this.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that pressure on a first date to be like the perfect version of yourself?
Oh my gosh, all the time.
Right.
It's like this internal battle,
Yeah.
You want to be liked, but you also want to be true to who you are.
Exactly. And the source actually defines authenticity in dating as being comfortable showing your true self, values, and intentions.
I love that.
Without pretending to be someone you're not.
Yeah, that's so important.
So listeners, embrace your quirks, embrace your individuality, because that's what makes you special.
Preach.
Okay, let's move on to something I find really interesting.
Okay.
Communication patterns. Oh, this is a big one.
It's not just about what we say, it's about how we say it.
Right, it's the whole package.
The nonverbal cues, the tone of voice.
Body language even.
Even those tiny nuances in how we text.
Like how quickly do you reply?
Yeah, exactly. And the source points out that all of these things can reveal a lot about a person's comfort levels and interest.
Totally. It's like you're sending out these signals without even realizing it.
Yeah, subconsciously. And the source actually mentions mirroring body language.
Oh, yeah.
As a sign of subconscious rapport.
So if you find yourself subtly mimicking your date's posture or gestures, it could mean that you're vibing on a deeper level.
Right. There's a connection there.
And this is a big, but don't overanalyze everything.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes a slow reply just means the person is busy.
Right. They're at work or they're with family or they're dealing with something.
Exactly. So don't go down the rabbit hole of overthinking every little detail.
Yeah, don't drive yourself crazy. I'm definitely guilty of that sometimes.
Me too.
If someone takes a little longer than usual to respond, I start coming up with all these scenarios.
Oh, I know, right? It's like our brains are wired to look for patterns and meaning.
Yeah, and sometimes we read too much into things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But being mindful of those communication patterns can be really helpful.
Oh, for sure.
It's like having this extra layer of understanding.
Yeah, you can kind of get a sense of how the other person is feeling.
And how comfortable they are with you.
Exactly. And that can help you navigate the dating process more smoothly.
Smooth sailing.
Okay, so we talked about authenticity. We talked about communication. Let's dive into something that can be a bit more challenging, vulnerability.
That vulnerability, yes.
Everyone approaches this differently.
Totally. Some people are open books from the get-go.
They share everything.
While others are more guarded.
They take their time to open up.
And that's totally okay.
Absolutely. There's no right or wrong way to be.
The source emphasizes that respecting boundaries is crucial.
Oh, yeah.
Because often people who are more guarded have been hurt in the past.
All right, they've built up walls to protect themselves.
And those walls take time and trust to come down.
It's a process.
It is, and it's about creating a safe space.
Where someone feels comfortable being vulnerable.
Exactly. And that's where consistent actions and open communication come in.
Because trust is built over time.
It's not something that happens overnight.
It's about showing up consistently, being reliable, and being honest.
And when you create that foundation of trust, it allows vulnerability to blossom.
I love that analogy. So, listeners, if you're dating someone who's a little more guarded, be patient. respect their pace, and focus on building that trust.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Okay, so we've covered authenticity, communication, vulnerability. Now let's talk about something that can make or break a relationship.
Ooh, this is a big one.
Expectations.
The unspoken deal breakers.
Yes, because if you're looking for something casual and the other person is looking for something serious, that misalignment can lead to a lot of heartache.
Absolutely. It's like you're on two different paths.
And eventually those paths are going to diverge.
Yeah, and it's going to be messy.
Yeah, so the source really stresses the importance of having those sometimes uncomfortable conversations about what you're looking for.
Early on.
Early on in the dating process.
Because it saves you so much trouble down the line.
It does. It prevents misunderstandings and it sets clear expectations.
Exactly. And it's not just about the big picture, like marriage and kids.
Right.
It's also about smaller things, like how often you want to see each other.
Or how you communicate your needs.
Yeah, all those little things can add up.
And create friction if they're not aligned.
Friction and resentment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So communication is key, yet again.
It always is.
Okay, let's move on to something that's inevitable in any relationship.
Conflict.
Disagreements. Those rough patches. We're all different. We have different perspectives, different preferences.
And that's okay.
It's what makes life interesting. But the source highlights something really interesting.
What's that?
Healthy conflict resolution is actually a green flag.
Oh, I like that.
It shows that you and your partner can communicate effectively.
Work through disagreements.
And find common ground.
Because it's not about avoiding conflict altogether.
Right, no one wants to be in a relationship where you're constantly walking on eggshells.
Yeah, it's about how you handle those disagreements.
Exactly. Can you listen to each other?
Yeah.
Can you compromise?
Can you find solutions that work for both of you?
That's what healthy conflict resolution looks like.
And it's a sign of a strong and mature relationship.
So disagreements don't have to be a bad thing.
They can actually be opportunities for growth.
I love that perspective. Okay, on the flip side, let's talk about some red flags.
Oh, the red flags, those warning signs.
Yeah, the things that should make you pause and really evaluate the situation.
And the source does a great job of outlining some common red flags to watch out for.
Like inconsistency.
Uh-huh.
Or controlling behavior.
Or lack of respect for your boundaries.
All of those are big red flags.
And one example that really stood out to me was love bombing.
Oh, yeah, love bombing.
It's that intense outpouring of affection and attention early on.
It can be so intoxicating. It can.
Yeah.
But it's often a manipulative tactic.
Because it's not sustainable.
And it can create this unhealthy dynamic.
Where one person feels overwhelmed and the other feels suffocated.
Exactly. So trust your instincts, listeners. If something feels off, it probably is.
Yeah, don't ignore those red flags.
Now let's end on a positive note.
Okay, let's talk about green flags.
The signs that you're on the right track. The source highlights mutual respect, balanced effort, and genuine enjoyment as key indicators of a healthy connection.
It's about feeling comfortable and secure in the relationship.
Not constantly walking on eggshells.
You should feel like you can be yourself.
And that your partner celebrates you for who you are.
Absolutely. And relationships should bring joy and fulfillment.
They shouldn't feel like a constant struggle.
So if you're feeling those good vibes, chances are you're on the right track.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious, what aspect of dating behavior will you pay more attention to going forward?
Yeah, that's a great question for all of our listeners to ponder.
Because understanding these patterns and behaviors can help you navigate the dating world with more confidence and awareness.
And remember, dating can be challenging.
But you're not alone in this journey.
We're all in this together.
Until next time, fellow explorers, happy dating.
Close your eyes, dear Essenzas, and imagine a world where every scent tells a story. A world where fragrances are not just perfumes but journeys, where memories are not just moments but vivid, aromatic adventures. Welcome to the fragrance brand that understands the art of capturing emotions, La Vostra Essenza Profumeria. In each of episode collections, we invite you to embark on a sensory odyssey where we explore the boundless horizons of scent. Join us as we dive deep into the realms of fragrant notes and enchanting essences, where the stories behind each bottle unfold like the pages of a cherished novel. At La Vostra Essenza, we believe that fragrances are not just about smelling good. They're about feeling deeply. Our perfumes are crafted with passion and precision, designed to transport you to places you've never been and emotions you've yet to explore. With each episode collections, we'll take you on a fragrant voyage through time and space, from the sweet nostalgia of old-fashioned scents to the bold, innovative fragrances of tomorrow. So, Join us, dear Essenzas, as we embark on this exquisite journey through the world of fragrances. La Vostra Essenza Profumeria is not just about scents. It's about the emotions, memories, and experiences that they evoke. Are you ready to awaken your senses to explore the uncharted territories of your essence? Then, dear friends, welcome to La Vostra Essenza. Let the fragrance-infused adventure begin. Discover your essence with a Vostra Essenza. Your olfactory adventure starts here. Visit lavostraessenza.com right now to start your fragrance journey. Be ready